What is up, everybody? This is Trev, and you got to talk louder.
Lele.
Coming at you for the WrestleMania Night 2 main event watch party. I do apologize for those of you who tuned in last night. I assure you that will never, ever happen again. Ever. This night was so much different. Night 2 was night and day from last night. The crowd was all energetic. I do have it muted in the back. I'm going to go on mute just for a second because I want to see Cody Rhodes' entrance, and I don't want YouTube to hit me with a copyright strike. So I'll be right back. What I do like about this, though, is that John Cena came out in all black, not necessarily his attire, but no graphics, nothing like that. Just black, black entrance, red way, black, and the entrances this year are scaled down from last year. Like Cody's out now, and you got these motocross guys. Oh, look at that electronic mask. I need to get one of those masks. WWE shop is probably going to charge about $500 for that one. I definitely got to get one of those though. But yeah, there's no the entrances this year have not really been that. They haven't been over the top. I think like there's just been a focus on, hey, let's get to the ring and let's get them in the ring. But night 2 is I mean, the crowd is so energetic. It's not even funny. It's night and day between the crowds. Like, it's crazy. I had to go back and watch the main event from last night just because of the unfortunate circumstances. But that main event was just as great as I thought it was. It did get a 5-star for me. What do you give it?
I liked yesterday. I liked night 1 more because I liked all the matches like a lot, especially the main event from last night.
You like night 1 more than night 2?
Yeah, especially from what happened today, because I didn't like how Bianca Belair lost.
Yeah, well, you're mad because of the way it started.
Yeah, because I'm really mad because they just let Io Sky win, and she's probably not even going to do anything with the belt. So they're just wasting the belt at this point. Like, I wouldn't even be mad if they let Rhea Ripley have the belt, because she would actually have matches with the belt. But I'll give it like an 8.5.
You give it that's still good though. You give it an 8.5.
But I give last night a solid 10. It was perfect.
Yeah, we'll disagree on that one. We are going to do a review sometime this week. I just don't know when, because my work schedule is crazy, but I do have a review lined up. Just so you guys know, the cat is out the bag. We are doing a new wrestling show on this channel called Wrestling Now and Then, with me and my daughter. I've been watching wrestling since I was 5. She's been watching wrestling since she was about 2 or 3. And we're just gonna give you wrestling. We're gonna give you the fun side of wrestling. It won't be any arguing or any of that craziness. We actually enjoy watching wrestling. We go to wrestling shows whenever they come here to Florida. We enjoy wrestling. So we'll actually do the fun side of wrestling. Because life is too short to be arguing about wrestling. That's crazy.
No sad parts about wrestling on Wrestling Then and Now.
Yeah, so that'll be sometime this week. I don't know. I'm looking at probably Tuesday to do it. I don't know, but I have a couple of things lined up that I want to get to. So who do you think is going to win this match?
John Cena.
John Cena. Well, who do you want to win this
John
match?
Cena.
Okay, John Cena. All right, yeah, I want John Cena to win too, just because of the potential for what could happen, especially with what happened at the main event last night with Seth Rollins, turning. I did say that Seth Rollins was gonna interfere in this match. He may not interfere in this match, but I still feel like we're gonna get some type of alliance.
Somebody's gonna have to come out and help John Cena win, only because many people honestly, I don't even know.
Yeah, Travis Scott is in the building, so we know, Travis Scott is going to make.
He's definitely going to have to come out and try to get him.
Yeah, Travis Scott is going to make an appearance.
The Rock.
The Rock says that he's in Hawaii. I don't believe that, because if The Rock is in Hawaii, then this would make absolutely no sense.
Exactly, because he's the one who made this pretty much all start with John Cena giving his soul to The Rock and stuff. So it would be a little boring if The Rock didn't show up.
Yeah, so I definitely think The Rock is going to make an appearance tonight. But I think last night's main event was like, that was one for the ages. That's not going to be. I don't think this match is going to touch it work rate wise, because John Cena has never been the greatest in-ring performer. He's great character wise, and Cody is a great babyface. But this is probably going to be like a 50-50 WrestleMania 18 crowd, where most of the people are going to be cheering for John Cena over Cody Rhodes. So Cody may have to work a heel style. Now I feel I'm still holding hope that we may get a double turn. This will be the fastest double turn in history, but I'm feeling like we're going to get a double turn, that at the end of the night, Cody may end up being the one that, bends the knee to The Rock.
I have something to say.
Because Cody Rhodes needs to be a heel. Cody Rhodes absolutely needs to be a heel.
Okay, so if Cody Rhodes loses the belt, it would be perfect for him to turn heel, so he could go after Jey Uso, so then he could get his leg back to go against John Cena, and that would be the perfect heel versus mid babyface.
Yeah, I don't see a Cody Rhodes versus Jey Uso right now.
Well, just put him versus any person with a belt to get him back to
get your thoughts together.
Get him to have the belt again.
Yeah, what they're gonna do, they're probably gonna they're gonna put Cody Rhodes is eventually gonna go on a Roman Reigns type run. Like, Roman Reigns' life is collapsing right now. He has no bloodline. He has no wise man. He has no family, which Cody Rhodes told him that. Their last interaction, Cody Rhodes told him, you're not going to have a family. You're not going to have a bloodline. Everybody's going to leave you alone. And this is story. That's why I love WWE, because the emphasis on the story, and they make you remember these things. If you don't remember back a couple of months when they had that interaction and they actually said that, then when it happens, you're like, man, they've been planting this seed the whole time. So and maybe Roman Reigns may get desperate and he has to go crawl into Cody Rhodes to help him. He may need Cody. Who else would he get to help him?
He would probably beg The Rock if he ever gets back to more in-ring matches and stays for more, for longer, not just for WrestleMania and stuff, but if he stays for longer, Roman Reigns could probably try to come crawling back to him, beg him for help. The Rock would fake help him, betray him at the end, and then they have this feud, turns into a WrestleMania or SummerSlam match, and you can see how it goes from there.
CM Punk is the other guy. I forgot. I don't know how I forgot. Yeah, Roman Reigns may have to go beg to CM Punk and Cody Rhodes. John Cena is literally working a match style that he's never worked. I can't ever remember John Cena working like this coward heel style. You know, always going out of the ring, getting rope breaks and things like that. Kind of wish he would have at least changed the jorts. Exactly. You know, he didn't have to change. He didn't have to change too much. You know, I know people were saying he should cover the ball spot and all that. You know, why? Yes. That's fine. It's better for him to be a heel with the ball spot. It gets more heat that way. You know, I just wish he would have kind of got out of the jorts, but I understand they made all this merchandise and they were like, hey, we're not gonna not sell that John Cena merchandise. So, you know, I kind of get why they're doing it. But man, this is a slow paced match. This is not a John Cena match right now.
John, from what I learned, is John Cena matches go pretty fast. Like they would probably be halfway done with the match by now.
100 people watching. Yeah, John Cena normally this match would have been a higher pace right now, but you know, he's working that heel style. He's working that slower heel style, and I'd like to see him as a heel champion. I really would. Again, the whole thing for me was to see Cody win. I remember the year Cody Rhodes was you know, a fingertip away from winning the Money in the Bank, and then Damian Sandow stole it from him. I wanted Cody to win the Money in the Bank so bad just so he could be champion for one time. So I'm not the guy that's saying I need Cody to be champion for 2 years and 3 years. He doesn't need a Roman Reigns run. Nobody needs a Roman Reigns run in this type of wrestling because people don't have the attention span to do that.
Because it did get kind of boring when you would keep on seeing like the Usos, like Jay versus Roman Reigns, or Cody Rhodes versus Roman Reigns, and they always kept on losing. So Roman Reigns would always have the belt. It was getting pretty boring because nothing would change.
Yeah, see, you lucky you weren't born when I was born, when Hulk Hogan would go on these long 3 and 4 year title reigns where they just built guys up for him to fight, and he never lost. But yeah, you don't need that in this day and time, just because the fans don't have the attention span to follow a story like that. I think Cody Rhodes' title run has been great. The only thing I'd say was bad about Cody Rhodes' title run is that he never went into a match where I thought he was going to lose the title, with the exception of the last Kevin Owens match, which I was hoping, well, now that we know what we know, really was hoping that KO would have won that belt, if even for a month, even if he lost it back the next pay-per-view. I was hoping, you know, but Cody, the part of being a champion, though, especially a babyface champion, you had to feel like the guy is in peril. You know, I've never seen a Cody match where he was in any trouble, with the exception of maybe Brock Lesnar, where you knew he was gonna, you know, there's a possibility that he was gonna lose.
When he almost snapped his arm.
So that's the one down. That's the only thing that I would say against his title run. But, you know, hey, the guy came back. The guy left. The guy went and reinvented himself. The guy came back. He does all the media. He does all the rounds. He promotes the company like crazy. We've seen him in person, and he is what he is. I was so happy when he won the title last year. I never forget. I watched that match like 5 times. I was just so happy when he won the title.
I was watching it today, just in case he loses today. I could always have that memory that he had it for a good time. But the only thing I don't like about his title reign is because he kept on going against the same exact people. Like, he would go against Solo Sikoa a bunch of times, and pretty much just the same people over and over again from like the bloodline and stuff, and it kind of got boring.
Yeah, WWE does not know how to build. They don't know how to build heels for for a babyface champion. Like if you have a babyface champion, at least back in the day, Hulk Hogan, you always had a new heel for him to wrestle. Now it's like, you know, if you have a babyface champion, it's better. When Roman Reigns was champion, you had a roster full of heels. So, I mean, yeah, a roster full of faces. So you could just throw every face at him and he just knock them all down. But they didn't have any heels on the roster that you would think that you would want him to go against. Like, you know, the best person I would say right now, if Cody somehow wins, they'd have to get Jacob Fatu in that mix. Jacob Fatu, you have Drew McIntyre, you got those guys. Definitely Randy Orton, but this is why I want John Cena to win, because Backlash next month is in St. Louis. Is it Backlash or Extreme Black Backlash? Yeah, Backlash is in St. Louis. So you have John Cena. The story writes itself. John Cena versus Randy Orton. John Cena's greatest rival, I would say, is either Edge, CM Punk, or Randy Orton. So if I had to rate them right now, I'd probably say Randy Orton 1, CM Punk 2, Edge 3. That's how I would put it. But I mean, it just writes itself. But John, this is a very slow-paced match. This is almost like last year. This is like last year's main event. It started out real slow, and then it's gonna pick up towards the end. Like this night has been a car crash night, starting from the beginning match. You know, by the way, man, hats off to those women. That women's triple threat match, John Cena still calling his spots. Look at that. Still calling his spot. Oh my goodness, John, you've been doing this for over 20 years. You got to learn how to hide that spot calling. But that women's triple threat match was one of the best openers I've ever seen in a WrestleMania. Definitely one of the best women's triple threat matches. It was way better than the WrestleMania 35 main event. That actually sucked. But you know what? I think we had the 4 horsewomen match at WrestleMania one time. That was really, really good. But I think this one might have been slightly better. But that match was fantastic, man. Just awesome.
WWE is getting better with picking their opening matches, because the Jay beating Gunther match was really good to start it off yesterday, but I know like everybody's likes how the starting match from tonight played off, but I don't like it, because I was actually really hoping that either Bianca Belair or Rhea Ripley will win, because they'll actually have matches with the belt, and won't just walk around doing nothing with the belt.
Well, Rhea Ripley never defends her belt when she was champion. Bianca Belair will defend. I wanted Bianca Belair to win just because, first of all, Bianca Belair is my favorite female wrestler. But second of all,
her streak at
WrestleMania, which, you know, we'll talk about the streak later this week when we do the review. It doesn't bother me as much because it's not an Undertaker streak. WWE didn't start recognizing Undertaker's streak until he was like 12 matches in. So it kind of was something that they just lucked into. So it doesn't bother me. You know, people win and lose. It is what it is. They win and lose. Jey Uso lost 6 times before he finally won the big one. So people win and lose. It happens. So that's not bothering me. I care more about the match and how great it was. That match was phenomenal.
He cares about how the matches were. I care about their streaks.
Yeah, those women killed it. That finishing sequence, the KOD into the over the moon saw. It was a thing of beauty, man. It was timed so perfect, just great. You know, then you had the Intercontinental title match. That was fantastic. Dirty Dom getting the win. The crowd just loved it. Just went electric. The crowd tonight was so good. Last night's crowd was so dead, and I think it was because the way they mic'd, the way the building must have been mic'd. It was so dead. It just wasn't. It was dead. Tonight was energetic. I don't know if maybe the more energetic people are here tonight.
This might turn out to be a repeat of WrestleMania
40. This is.
Oh yeah, 40.
This is playing out just like this is the one problem. The Cody Rhodes matches, they have his matches mapped out. They have his matches mapped out like a Ric Flair match. If you've seen one Ric Flair match, you've seen them all. And like Cody's matches are very formulaic. It's all you know what's about to happen. And I think that just comes from his opponent. That's why he needs to lose the belt, because he needs to have a comeback story. Jey Uso had to change it up. Jey Uso beat Gunther by tap out. You know, nobody ever saw that. Nobody ever thought that was going to happen. AA. Huh? John Cena goes for the AA.
Did it work? Did it not?
Trying to see how, like, I've seen all these devastating moves in wrestling. How you gonna get beat by an attitude adjustment? Just a fireman's carry. I don't know. 5-knuckle shuffle. John Cena gonna start playing the hits.
Last time I checked, we can't see John Cena.
You know what I would have liked? The Doctor of Thugonomics, John Cena.
These refs be acting like turtles. It takes them like 3 seconds when they could be hitting the mat. It took them like all that time to hit the mat.
Oh, he crotched Cody on the top rope.
I'm glad I'm not a boy.
You glad you're not a boy?
Yeah, I'm good. I like being a girl.
He's gonna go for an avalanche AA. Yep. Looks like Cody may have a cut over his eye. That's what it looks like. Can't really tell. Avalanche AA. Boom. That was a nice one. 1, 2. No, that's not it.
This is kind of random, but did anybody notice how Charlotte Flair got most of Tiffany Stratton's front teeth out? That was so... Because all I saw when she started smiling was just like 2 black spots on the side of her mouth. So I got so confused. And then I started seeing posts like saying that all her front teeth like came out and stuff. It was weird.
Yeah, and she actually got it fixed before the press conference. John, this match is very slow.
Exactly. Everybody's acting like a turtle.
Yeah, this match is very slow. Top rope leg drop. They're wrestling this match. And you know what? The thing is, what's up, Hassan? The thing about it is they're wrestling this match like how you kind of supposed to wrestle a match. We've been saying, that's why I try to teach my daughter. I've been watching this for over 40 years. So matches have ebbs and flows to the match. Ooh, that was an ugly Cody Cutter. Ugh. John Cena didn't lay out for that one. That was ugly. I agree. Cena does need to win. I agree.
Because
I agree.
Sure everybody knows how he's gonna retire by at the end of the year. So he at least has to reach his 18th title.
17.
Oh, 17.
Yeah, I agree. Cena needs I want Cena to win. But WWE doesn't normally go off in WrestleMania with heels winning. They don't normally, that's not how they normally do it. As a matter of fact, I think Triple H was the first one to ever. AA again was now he's going to the STF. The STF. I remember it used to be called the FU. Now it's called the STF. And man, and John Cena, come on, man. You've been doing this for 20 years. You need to tighten that up. You need to tighten that up.
If I was Cody Rhodes, I could just slide my little head between those arms.
Exactly.
And kick him.
You could drive a truck through there. He doesn't even have it. He doesn't even have him hooked. He should at least hook under the neck. Look at that. He doesn't have it hooked at all.
No, because he's not even touching him. He's only he has his hand by his eyes, and that's it.
Now I heard somebody try to defend it and say, "Oh, but he's putting pressure on the ears." No, that doesn't work like that. Hook the neck.
That's literally not
hook the neck. Like, look at Cody. Shouldn't be able to slither around like that. He shouldn't be able to.
I love how he's just dragging him by his leg.
Oh, ref bump. Here we go. All right, now business is about to pick up. Who's going to be the first person to come out? Of course, we at the crossroads. Of course. No ref to count. All right, of course. Who's going to be the first person to come out and interfere? You think it's going to be Travis Scott?
That would be funny.
That's kind of a long rampway, so I don't know who's going to be the first person to come out.
I want to know. This is actually going to be WrestleMania 40 all over again.
WWE needs to put these referees in bubble wrap. Look at John Cena exposing the turnbuckle. You dastardly heel.
He's a
heel. Look at John Cena. Wrestling heelish.
He's going to put him to his own moonshine.
Got the exposed steel.
Oh! I wasn't actually expecting.
Got him again. Hey, but you got no ref. Oh, the ref is up.
I think I see somebody.
1, 2. Oh, okay. Yeah, you can't end it like that.
Somebody needs to come out. It's not even I want somebody. Somebody needs to come out. So it could actually be a good WrestleMania match. Somebody needs to interfere. We have some options. We can have.
Who is this? This is Travis Scott. Here, not Hassan. Not because of how late it is, and I gotta. The minute this is done, I got to go. I got to be up 5 o'clock in the morning. The hardcore title. So here.
Look like him.
So now it's time to roll out the list of roll out the list of interferees.
All we know is The Rock.
Oh my God, get to the ring.
So he's acting everybody acting like a dang turtle. You have legs for a reason. God didn't give us two
Oh my
legs.
goodness, bro. By the time you get to the ring,
you're gonna be cooked for good.
He looks like Ocho Cinco. I thought that was Ocho Cinco.
God didn't give us legs to just stand there.
Oh my goodness, bro. And poor Cody has to just lay there. Run to the ring, bro. Do something.
If I was Travis Scott, I would run my happy behind over there to go to John Cena.
They should have had him come out the other way.
That's what I thought they were gonna do.
Oh my God, he's never gonna get there. It's like a Roman Reigns entrance.
Exactly.
Oh my goodness, bro.
And John Cena looks so annoyed.
And everybody has to sell for this, bro. You got to come down to the ring with put some pep in your step. Okay, now I can hear his song a little bit because I gotta have it down, so I don't
move your happy behind to that ring.
Oh my goodness, bro!
I hate when these people. He finally made it down for the first time in forever.
Cody gonna get his payback. Cody gonna get his payback. I do like that hardcore title though.
It does look fresh.
Like the newer version of the WWE title. Bro, are you gonna do something?
As much as I love his song, he's actually acting useless.
Crossroads. That didn't make any sense. Like, you literally wasted. Pull the referee out.
He finally did something. Oh my god, he's actually useful for this one moment.
Which should be a disqualification, by the way.
True.
That should be a disqualification. Yeah, Cody got to get his lick back. He got to at least he at least got to drop him.
I mean, you did bust the dude's eardrums, so I mean, you have to go in there to get your behind whooped. So
somebody's coming from the back.
Which back?
Somebody's coming from behind Cody.
To beat up Cody. Cody's gonna beat him up.
Man, I don't know.
I cannot.
I don't know. Last year's main event was better.
Yeah. Now yesterday's.
Yeah, well, yesterday's main event was epic. Somebody's coming from behind. Oh, Cena has the belt.
Bro, somebody throw the belt.
Oh, get out of here, please. At least last year was overbooked, but at least it was like a fun overbook. This is not fun.
John Cena's acting like Alexa Bliss when I think it was like Nikki Cross tried to beat her.
Cody, are you an idiot, bro? Like,
he's slow.
Cody, you got to be the dumbest. Hey, what is hey, shout out to the Solid Monster. Solid Monster says dumb babyface syndrome, something to that effect. Stupid babyface syndrome. You literally, this guy has literally turned on you, and you want to show a sign of sympathy. You deserve to lose this title. Oh, now you throw the belt out of the ring. 1, 2, 3.
Yes, we all knew it was gonna happen.
Yeah, I didn't like that one.
It was pretty obvious that he was gonna win.
No Rock, no Seth Rollins. Yeah, I didn't like that one.
The only person we had was Travis Scott.
Travis Scott took 50 minutes to get to the ring. Yeah, I didn't like that one.
No, 50 minutes, an hour.
I am very consistent when I do these shows. If the opening card wasn't so good, this match would have dropped my score on this show a lot. This wasn't good. If you were going to take the belt from Cody, you should have done it in a more glorious fashion. This wasn't good. I didn't like this at all. And I've been really waiting for this one. I've literally been waiting for this match for a while. It didn't work. I'm sorry, it didn't. What's up, Bones? It didn't work. I didn't like it. Last year was an overbooked piece of masterful wrestling. We got the result that we wanted. John Cena is a champion, but the way they got there was terrible. There's no Rock, and I gotta be honest here. What was the Rock doing? Like, the Rock threw the monkey wrench into all of this, and he never showed up on TV again. Like,
exactly. No, he's the one who started all this craziness, and he doesn't want to show up to finish it. The person that gave him their soul, he's not there to show him how giving him his soul would change him for good by helping him get the belt.
Man, I was ready to give this show tonight at least a 9.5. And the only reason I wasn't going to give it higher is because I don't think, Logan Paul should have beat AJ Styles, because Logan Paul keeps losing at WrestleMania, but I still didn't want him to beat AJ Styles. So that was going to take it down for me. But this main event, this main event let me down. This wasn't, this last year and the year before, coming off of last year and the year before's main event, being so fantastic, and then look at that, Cody, you're an idiot. You're an idiot. You need to be a heel. That's why I say you a heel. You are a heel. A stupid babyface disguise himself as a heel.
Let me think. Who?
Yeah, Bones. No Rock. I don't know what's wrong with The Rock. The Rock hasn't shown up since, what was it? What's up, Jamon Williams? The Rock hasn't shown up since, what was that? Bad Blood? No, Elimination Chamber. That's the last time you saw. I wanted John Cena to win. That's not the point. The point is the match just wasn't good. The match wasn't good. But guess what? I'm not going to sit here and cry and complain about it. I'm just going to see what they're going to do tomorrow night.
This match, this day was good, but I'm gonna have to bring it down to a little. Wait, compared to last WrestleMania, this is definitely gonna be a solid 6. It cannot be higher. It was. This match was bad.
Cody, you're an idiot.
Bad, slow. Everybody was being slow. They're slower than a turtle. I've never seen somebody slower than a turtle.
Cody, they need to put that same rubber chicken you had in WrestleMania 39. They need to put it next to you now, because you showed sympathy for a guy that basically turned on you. This was ridiculous. Jamon says it wasn't the best, but it was good. So and you know what happens too, Jamon? Because I'm not listening with the volume on, a lot of times when I actually get to listen to it, it makes it so much better. I'm just watching it now because I don't want it to pick up in my my speakers and get me in trouble. But no, I thought tonight was, oh my God, yeah, the first match, man. The Io Sky, we're gonna talk about it sometime this week. That Io Sky, Bianca Belair, and Rhea Ripley match was a match for the ages. That if that's going in my match of the year book right there already. That match was fantastic. And I love the way that the fans were booing Bianca and she was playing into it. I love it because I'm telling you, the best Bianca is heel Bianca.
I've never seen heel Bianca because I used to never watch NXT when she was that heel, but I actually want to see heel Bianca.
All right, well,
because in the middle of the match, she was kind of being heel when she was like talking smack to her and hitting Rhea Ripley in the middle of the ring.
All right, time for you to sign off. You got to go to bed.
Like, subscribe, turn on post notifications so you never miss a short video or stream. Peace.
All right, yeah, Diego. John Cena just won. Yeah, that was a very subpar match. That John Cena has given us like banger after banger. That was mediocre. That was mediocre at best. I think the best match of the night, I mean, if I'm gonna rank them right now, was the women's match was number one. The women's title match was epic, fantastic. We did have the return of Becky Lynch tonight. I mean, everybody knew that was going to happen. You know, once Bayley was out, we knew that it had to be because they were bringing Becky back. They couldn't have done anything else but Becky. Drew McIntyre and Damian Priest, fantastic street fight, brutal. The finish was devastating. I mean, Drew McIntyre won that match emphatically. It was fantastic. Then you had the fatal four-way for the Intercontinental Championship match. Fantastic match. Braun Breaker doing the spear from the other announce table to poor Carlito. Everybody got their spots in. Penta at the end. Dominic Mysterio came out with the win, pinning Finn Balor. Fantastic. Randy Orton comes to the ring. No opponent. His mystery partner. I thought it was Rusev. I thought it was going to either be Rusev or Aleister Black because I know they're both signed, but I realized they didn't want to have them debut on Mania only to lose. Who comes out to face Randy Orton? Joe Hendry, the TNA World Heavyweight Champion, on WrestleMania. I've been watching wrestling since 1985. I never thought that there was going to be a day where I saw somebody else's champion, world champion, on WWE's main event show. Like that's insane. Like I couldn't believe that. I'm a huge Joe Hendry fan. Became a fan of his last year, so great to see him have the spot. I wish he would have went a little more back and forth with Orton. It was kind of like a glorified squash match, but just to get him in there, I mean, it was fine. And like I say, AJ Styles and Logan Paul actually had the only real wrestling match on the show. And when I say real wrestling match, I mean they actually went into the heat moments, the comebacks. They did all of that. But by that time we were so used to seeing all the car crashes from earlier, it kind of brought the fans down. But I thought it was still a great match. Hated the ending. Karrion Kross comes out with some brass knuckles. AJ doesn't want to use them. Logan Paul ends up hitting him with the pulverizer for the 1, 2, 3. Again, Logan Paul deserves a win because he can't keep losing at WrestleMania. And I'm pretty sure they're paying him a pretty penny. AJ Styles needs to go to TNA and win that title one more time before he retires. So I'm hopefully that's the direction that they'll go. Like I say, Lyra Valkyria and her mystery partner ended up being Becky Lynch, and they ended up defeating Liv Morgan and Raquel Rodriguez, which I didn't want Liv Morgan and Raquel to lose the titles, but they weren't bringing Becky back to have her lose the title. I mean, not win the match. Then you have the main event. Again, I have to watch it back tomorrow with the sound on, but just basically what I'm looking at, I didn't like it. What last year's main event, last year's match was so good. Roman Reigns and Cody for the past 2 years tore it again, though, because you guys criticize Roman Reigns so much. Roman Reigns is a fantastic wrestler. So that it takes two to tango in that match. John Cena just was playing the hits just backwards. So I wanted him to win the title. We knew he was going to win. Well, we hoped that he win, because why else would you do the heel turn if he wasn't going to win? But the match just wasn't any good to me. Again, like I said, to me, it wasn't any good, but I'll talk more about it this week. I don't know when, though. That's the thing, because, I work a lot and I have a lot of things. We got Man Talk Monday this Monday. I just got to see. I got a couple of things lined up, so I had to see where we could fit it in on this week. But we'll definitely get in and talk about it. The interference in this match was terrible. It would have been better if Seth Rollins, like I said last night, would have been the one to interfere. Travis Scott taking 52 minutes to get to the ring. Just terrible. Yeah, he slowed the match down even more than it already was. John Cena and Cody had to literally sit there and sell. I'm saying 52 minutes, but it was more like 3 minutes in real time. He just slowed it down too much. It wasn't good. It really wasn't good. It wasn't good at all. See, I could be, the thing about me, I can be critical, but what I'm going to tell you is I need to see where the storyline is going next. But Cody definitely needed to lose the title, because he needs to fight from behind. Since he's been back, he hasn't had to fight from behind. I mean, he had the injury against Seth, and he still won that match with his pec hanging off the bone. He beat Brock Lesnar with one arm, basically. He beat Roman Reigns. So he hasn't had to have that comeback story arc. What I would do is I'd have him go berserk and just turn full out heel, because to me he comes off as a heel. But the moment that they're showing right now is just stupid. Dumb babyface syndrome. Like I say, the Solid Monster always says, yeah, The Rock would have definitely been better interference, but I don't know what's up with The Rock. The Rock literally came in, caused all this chaos, and we haven't seen him since. Just terrible. It's just terrible. It's terrible. I don't understand what's going on. They barely mention him on TV. I don't know what's going on. So to have Travis Scott be the one to interfere that's not good enough. That, If you compare last year's main event and this year's main event, it's not even close. Last year almost won my match of the year. It was so great. But hey, like I said, man, that's why we watch wrestling, man. We watch wrestling to see where we go from here. Just like Triple H said in the press conference last night, they're going to hand him something. Night one wasn't good, but the main event saved it. See, I like night one. I thought the crowd was terrible. But like I said, man, we'll go over it. We'll go over it sometime this week. I just don't know when, but we'll go over it this week. Give our thoughts on it. I like night one. I thought tonight was fantastic. Me and Bones were texting back and forth about how good it was. They got Cody. Now I do like this though. I do like this. They have Cody and Brandy walking to the bus. Him, the disheveled loser. I do like this. I do like that. That's a nice touch. Show him going back to his bus as a loser because he was stupid. There's no way your champion knows that this guy just turned on you and you have a moment of sympathy for him. That was stupid. As they show the Moscow Mule on Cody's bus. Shout out to Moscow Mule. I had like 2 of them before we started this review. Hey, man, but thank you guys for joining me, man. This was great. It was 123 of you guys watching live. I do appreciate that. I wish the people on Twitter, man, would comment. I mean, you guys watch all my stuff, but you never comment. That's crazy. So now John Cena is recognized as having the most world title wins in WWE history. At 17, Ric Flair's at 16, Triple H is 14, Orton is 14, Hulk Hogan is 12, which means that nobody will pass John Cena because Triple H is done. Orton, if anything, he'll probably win one more, so that's where we are with that. But yeah, the main event, to me, I agree, Bones. Night 2 had great matches, but the main event was disappointing. I was really disappointed. I thought it was going to be so much better. I wish they would have overbooked it. I wish they would have overbooked it like last year. Last year was so fun to just see all these interferences back to back to back to back. It was this one didn't do it for me. This one didn't land for me. But hey, like I say, man, I'll be tuned into Monday Night Raw tomorrow night to see what happens because I'm a wrestling fan. I've been watching this. See, Hassan is saying night 1 was way better. I don't know, man. To me tonight was fantastic, man. Everything tonight hit. Like everything with the AJ Styles. You're gonna say whatever you want, but that was a really good wrestling match. I probably would have had it earlier in the show and maybe put the IC title match later because the IC title match was just a train wreck. That just was awesome. But we could all see what you want to say on it. But I think this main event just disappointed. Man, I was getting ready to give this show like a 9.5, but I can't now because the main event. I'm big on your main event having to hit. Like last night's main event saved last night. So I could give last night an 8 because of the strength of the main event. Tonight was well on his way to a 9.5, but the main event just took it down for me. So I got to watch it tomorrow because I'm not watching it with the sound, obviously. So I'll watch it again tomorrow so I can see what, if it came off better without the sound. Because I always go back and I watch these matches. I'm definitely going to watch the women's title match again because that was fantastic. I watched Charlotte and Tiffany again earlier today. I thought that match was really good because it was like a sloppy fight. Like 2 people really hated each other. So that's why I like that so much. But again, man, nevertheless, like I say, I'm here for a good time, not a long time. I'll see you guys tomorrow night, 5:45 if I get home in time for Man Talk Monday. And then just stay tuned to the channel. We'll just stay posted. I'll let you know when we're gonna do the review. I don't know. I really don't know. Just because A lot of things have happened. A lot of things have happened, unfortunately, that's causing me to change things up. So it is what it is, and that's just the way we're going to do it. But like I said, going forward, any wrestling show that we do will now be me and my daughter. And the new show is entitled Wrestling Now and Then. Old school meets new school. So that's where we are. Hey, man, thank you guys for tuning in so much. You guys over on Twitter watching. There's 118 of you watching on Twitter. Drop me a like or something. Just hit the damn like button. I dropped a couple of tweets tonight, and a lot. It's been getting a lot of engagement. Just hit the like button. I really wish you guys would watch it over here, but that's fine. I'm just glad that you're watching. Spread the word out. We will be back sometime this week for the review. I will not be doing a pause and reflect in the morning just because I'm probably going to get up late and I'm not going to make it to work in the time that I need to do it. So I'm going to push that to Wednesday. So, hey, man, with all that being said, I'll see you guys on the other side. See you for Monday Night Raw tomorrow. Peace.